and went, whoop, whoop, wiggle, 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 whoop. The sound rising from the grid of New York City's streets up 5 stories, through the 2 a.m. air, to this quiet, black-topped roof. The burglar alarm kept nagging, ang, 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 whoop, whoop. The patrol car wasn't so very far away after all. "Goodbye," O'Hara said. Dortmunder looked at his partner in crime. In this crime, anyway. "Where are you going?" "Florida," O'Hara said over his shoulder. He was already halfway across the roof to the fire escape. Raising his voice just a teeny-weeny bit, hoping O'Hara could hear him but none of the neighbors would, Dortmunder said, "Maybe you shouldn't do that." "I'm gone," O'Hara called back, climbing onto the fire escape. "It's too hot around here. I'm going to Florida to cool off." And he disappeared from view. Dortmunder, as he replaced his burglar tools in the special inside pockets of his black sports jacket, dubiously shook his head. He just had the feeling O'Hara was making a mistake, that's all, which would be his second of the night, it having been O'Hara who'd paused on the way up the fire escape to neutralize the burglar alarm. Either those jumped wires had failed to do their job, or the proprietor of this importer's warehouse had a second alarm system unknown to Mr. Chepkov, the food wholesaler who had commissioned this evening's operation. In either event, it was clear now that the recent shipment of Russian caviar 3 stories below this roof, the object of Mr. Chepkov's current intentions, would not, after all, be removed from the premises this evening, which was a pity. Quite a pity. In the first place, Dortmunder could use the money, and in the second place, he'd never tasted caviar, and had been looking forward to lifting 1 or 2 cans from the shipment. Mr. Chepkov would never know, and trying them out in the privacy of his own home, swigged down with a nice bottle of old Milwaukee light beer. His faithful companion, May, had even brought back some imported crackers to try the caviar with from the Bohack supermarket, where she worked, and was waiting up, butter knife poised, for Dortmunder's return. The whoop-whoop had stopped now, but the ang-ang-ang-ang-ang just went on and on. It was too bad. Dortmunder hated to go back to May empty-handed. On the other hand, he'd hate it even more if he didn't get home at all. O'Hara's decision to go to Florida via fire escape had been a hasty and unwise one, but departing these premises in one fashion or another was definitely a good idea. Dortmunder sighed. The caviar was so close he could almost taste it, if he knew what caviar tasted like. Resigning himself, he crossed the roof to a spot on the edge near the fire escape, from where he could look down at the sidewalk and at O'Hara, engaged in unsatisfactory conversation with 2 uniformed cops. Unsatisfactory to O'Hara, that is. Even from here, the cops could be seen to be very satisfied. Soon they'd find the stolen truck backed up to the loading dock on the side street, and then they would begin to wonder if O'Hara had brought any friends along tonight. In fact, as 2 more patrol cars, lights flashing but no sirens, came to a stop at the curb down there, one of the original cops started up the fire escape. A young and agile cop. Very unfair, that. Coming up 2 steps at a time, flashlight in one hand, pistol in the other. Time to go. This building was on the corner of 2 streets in a southwestern area of Manhattan, recently rechristened Tribeca, which means the triangle below Canal Street. And whenever any section of New York gets a cute new name, Soho for south of Houston Street, Clinton to replace the honorable old name Hell's Kitchen, even NoHo for north of Houston Street. It means the real estate developers and gentrifiers and condominiumizers have become thick as locusts. It means the old handbag factories and sheet metal shops and moving companies are being replaced by high-ticket housing. And it also means there's a long transition period of years or even decades when the plumbing supply places and the